Got the blueprint, study my movement. More than the 2 cents. Was losing, now I'm oozing with success. Now I got the tools to beat the stress.
All right. Okay. Let's try to make sense of this. Because I gotta get it out before I laugh. I want to share the laughter. Okay. So, what took place was an anti-AEW tweeter posted a picture, made a comment. Nash commented. Undertaker commented. The internet exploded. So, what took place actually? There is a tweeter by the name of Machiavelli Made Me. I had to read that. I had to break it down. Machiavelli Made Me, or at Machiavelli Made Me. He tweeted out 2 days ago. Well, probably 3 days ago now. Imagine you're stone cold on your ranch drinking a Budweiser, scrolling Twitter, and you see this being compared to you. It's a picture of Wheeler Yuta bleeding. This is from his match with Jon Moxley, the match that everybody said was his star-making moment. The match that made him a superstar, because they did the spot where Yuta was trying to fire out of, I guess it was a Boston Crab or a clover leaf, I don't remember which one it was, and the blood is streaming down Wheeler Yuta's face. Now, this guy didn't make this connection. This is what the AEW fan base did. They did that. All right? They're the ones who compared Wheeler Yuta to Stone Cold Steve Austin. They did that. If you don't believe me, for context, I will go to, here's one of the AEW friendly wrestling websites. I think it's called tm.news. It says, Wheeler Yuta is having his Steve Austin moment. This is from September 29th, 2022. It says, on the 8th of April 2022 Rampage, Wheeler Yuta had what can be considered his Stone Cold moment, as he had the breakout star-making performance of his career. Although he may have lost to Jon Moxley, he was invited to join a staple alongside an eclectic group of veterans of the ring, Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and William Regal. In a single night, it was clear that the potential of the 25-year-old had been untapped. Here is how Wheeler Yuta had the career-making match of his life on Rampage. I mean, this match was so magical, it was baptizing wrestling fans, converting them from WWE marks to AEW marks. You don't believe me? Well, here's this comment I found about this very match, this very, very important moment in AEW history. Quote, I've only started watching AEW, having sadly been a WWE mark for the rest of my wrestling watching life. I started at Revolution, so have seen the BCC stuff from the start. I had no real idea who Wheeler Yuta was, beyond being a name I saw on show results and the like. I'm sold. Wheeler is great. Multiple times during the match, I genuinely smiled at his tenacity. It was obvious he was joining, but I loved it. Sometimes getting what we expect is better than a surprise for the sake of it. I was actually gobsmacked at the paradigm shift kickouts. It's a well-protected finisher, and I thought he was done with the first. AEW has revitalized my love of wrestling, and I'm a little sad that I didn't try it out earlier. I am no longer a WWE mark, and Yuta and this match is a big part of the reason why. So I'm telling you, this is like holy water to AEW fans, okay? It's sprinkling all over them. It meant something to them. So imagine that a wrestling legend like Kevin Nash decides to poop all over your most sanctified moment in AEW history. So after this guy tweets out this picture of Wheeler Yuta bleeding for all of our sins, he said, the tweet reads, imagine you're stone cold on your ranch drinking a Budweiser, scrolling Twitter, and you see this being compared to you. Kevin Nash tweeted out, don't worry, he ain't watching. Which Undertaker responded, huge pop. And the internet, kaboom, explodes. Undertaker being called a Nazi 100 times. I don't think anybody said anything about Kevin Nash. I didn't see it. Of course we're going to get to the peanut gallery momentarily. But Undertaker tweeting about stuff is always strange. It's always strange to see Undertaker tweeting. But this was the most benign tweet possible. He basically popped at Kevin Nash's joke. That's it. And Kevin Nash was the one who actually was like crapping all over Wheeler Yuta. And he wasn't really even crapping over Wheeler Yuta as much as he was kind of taking the piss out of the original comment. It was the original comment that was really kind of offending Wheeler Yuta. These two guys didn't even mention Wheeler Yuta. They didn't mention the kid by name. They didn't say he sucked. They didn't run him through the mud. Nothing. This is the goofiest thing of all time. So we're going to split this in half. We're going to read some of the vitriol that was dumped on Undertaker. And we're going to read some of the vitriol that was dumped on Kevin Nash. Now, Undertaker gets a lot of the heat from this situation because he rarely tweets. So this is a thing where it spread like wildfire because he rarely tweets. I think if it was just Nash, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But let's get into the Undertaker slander because this is real stuff. Comment 1: don't you have more Nazi shirts to wear? And there's a post of him with the SS shirt on. You know, the one David Bixenspan said is a Nazi shirt. You know, famous Nazi Mark Calloway, the guy who had a backstage crew featuring a Puerto Rican who could barely speak English, a black pimp from Las Vegas who smoked a lot of weed and drank whiskey with him, you know, his best friend, and a Samoan. And a Samoan. Obviously, he's the worst Nazi of all time. All of his best friends look like the goddamn Burger King Kids Club. You got a black guy, a Samoan, and a Puerto Rican. And 2 white guys. I'm sorry, I forgot about the 2 white guys. He is the worst. Imagine going to your Klan rally, and there's a 600-pound Samoan and a 6'8" black dude over there with a joint, some hoes, and some Jack Daniels. That's your Klan rally, apparently. Do these people actually think? Somebody is at your Klan rally speaking Spanish. Short Puerto Rican guy at your Klan rally. And he's just as welcome as everybody else, I guess. Come on. Jesus, H. The amount of butthurt that you have to be is humorous. Somebody responded, which hip? I'm guessing they said his hip popped. Wheeler Yuta busts his ass, and you have to admire him for how good he is in the ring. But anyone comparing him to Steve Austin should be arrested. This is from Raj Giri, former editor and creator of Wrestling Inc. Here's another one that's pretty much comedy. This carny during January 6th. How do we know that he was in support of January 6th? How do we know this? Where were you on January 6th, Republican? Like, shit, I was cheering him on from the sideline. No, I wasn't. I guarantee you. Plus, I'm not a Republican, so. Here's another one. You can barely even walk to your car without throwing a hip out of place. Veterans taking petty shots at up-and-comers is hilarious. Wait a minute. Is this you? I don't know. This is a YouTube video. I don't know anything about that. Look, he's not even taking a shot at the guy because he didn't say anything about the kid. Poor TK. Look, I know Tony Khan is always the victim. Always. Here's another one. These old hoes are hater-ass bitches. Hater-ass bitches. Undertaker's a hater-ass bitch. He didn't say anything about this kid. He popped at Kevin Nash's comment. That's what he responded to Kevin Nash, not even to the picture itself. Because it would have been a separate thing if he had talked to the picture itself. Here's another one. The greatest piece of shit homophobic racist now is tweeting. Good for you, Mark. At least tweeting is your best. You are not making a fool of like the last 10 years of your career. Oh boy. Somebody photoshopped a picture of Undertaker wearing a Young Buck shirt. Oh God. Here's another one. You're someone whose station in the industry should be above this. You can barely walk upright anymore. Not to mention you're an anti-black redneck buffoon. And this is a picture of him wearing a Blue Lives Matter Texas shirt. You know, with the something that he wore in a WWE documentary. This is humorous. Again, he's anti-black despite the fact that his best friend's black. They don't think. They don't think. But I forgot, like, when you talk about race in the United States, I'm saying, like, these people will call you a racist and you got a black wife, 3 brown children, you go to the cookout, you listen to rap music, you could die and leave everything you own to black people and they'll still call you a racist somehow. Because without it, what are they going to say bad about you? They can't say that you're a thief or you're a murderer or you're a rapist or anything like that. So they got to call you a racist. And since they don't have to prove it, and since it doesn't mean anything anymore, they can just say whatever they want. This guy has had non-black friends his entire WWE career. But I don't know. He wore a shirt that I don't like. Therefore, he's racist. Oh, God. Oof. Suck my shit, old man. This is from a... Suck my shit, old man. And this is from an account that is an AEW Stan account, but not just an AEW Stan account. This is a Wheeler Yuta Stan account. That Wheeler Yuta has a Stan. That's what's going on here. This is what's going on here. This guy has a Stan account. Hashtag Yuta season. I'm guessing that's what SZN means. Hashtag Yuta season. Says, suck my shit, old man. What on earth, brother? Oh, my God. Somebody says he's posted from an old folks' home. Most people are just kind of laughing. Whoa, this is amazing. AEW need this to motivate them into creating a better show that is worthy of tuning in every week. Swerve versus Omega, Miro versus Joe, MJS versus Cole, FTR versus the Bucks 3, Page versus Black, and hire Aussie Open and Ospreay immediately, Tony Khan. Right. Hire all of the work rate guys and put them in work rate matches because Undertaker popped at a... God, what the hell? What the hell? Why? All he did, we need to counter this message with more work rate. Oh, Jesus. Stop it. Stop it. If you try to do a tope suicida, you'd kill at least 7 people in the first 3 rows. Why would he want to do a tope suicida? He already did the little jump over the top rope joint, which, it was hit or miss when it comes to Undertaker and his top rope splash. But I don't understand why that matters that he can't do a tope suicida. I'm pretty sure he did okay for himself. I mean, by God, Undertaker, that kid will never make it if you can't master the art of tope suicida. How are you ever going to make it in this business if you can't do a tope suicida? Come on. Where do these people come from? What universe did they come from? What galaxy did these assholes fall from? This is ridiculous. Not the blue merchant popping in a thread started by a dude who was posting pictures of someone underage at the time to dunk on them. What? I don't understand any of this. Not the blue merchant. I don't know what that means. Popping in a thread started by a dude who was posting pictures of someone underage at the time. I don't understand this. Thankfully, somebody in the comment section to this quote said, "Learn to use a comma or a period. This sentence is unreadable." Absolutely, because I'm looking at this like I don't understand any of this. What's a blue merchant? I don't know what that means. You know, and I doubt Undertaker really paid too much attention to it. He probably follows Kevin Nash because, I mean, why wouldn't he? He knows him. You think he follows the anti-AEW accounts? Likely not. Likely not. He was responding to Kevin Nash. Unless you think he just follows random wrestling fans on Twitter. Come on. Give the man more credit than that. Come on, dude. This is ridiculous. All right, here's one that's just as brain dead as the previous one. Yuta better than you. Yuta is better than Undertaker. Wow. Wow. What kind of juice is these AEW fans on? What kind of juice is you on? I'm telling you, you can't snort or sniff or inject anything dumber than this comment. It's ooh. Here's a weird thing. This whole saga is crazy because nobody has even compared Austin to Yuta. That's why I read that comment first. Because I knew people would deny that they did it. I saw it. We all saw it. We all have good memories. It was less than a year ago. I don't have the best memory, but I knew that people compared it to Wheeler Yuta and Stone Cold Steve Austin because I was there. I did videos on this. The idea that now we're going to try to back off of it, like, nope, nope, nope. We didn't really do that. That's a lie. That's a lie. This has me howling. Taker and Kevin Nash burying the sloppy shop. Yeah, the sloppy shop. I thought this guy shit his pants. Who gave him Twitter? Why wouldn't Taker shit his pants? Maybe in a match or something like that. Those guys are stuck out there. Rent-free old man. This guy has a CM Punk picture in his profile. It's a CM Punk picture with his ugly dog and the title. Hilarious. How the fuck is Undertaker replying to some anti-AEW account making up nonsense? Yeah, it was all made up. Remember that. Nobody made it. He's responding to Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is the one responding to the AEW, anti-AEW nonsense. At Tony Khan, we ain't taking this no more. At AEW Revolution is the biggest statement. So much riding on this show. I need this company to be on top, please. Please get AEW on top so this stuff will stop happening. Maybe they need to put Wheeler Yuta in the main event. Maybe they missed the boat. Instead of having MJF versus Daniels, they should have had MJF versus Wheeler Yuta in the main event. I don't understand what this mad and pissed off is back and shitting his pants once again. Mad and pissed off. It's one word. Mad and pissed off is one word I don't understand. Whether you think The Undertaker is cool or sad, Weird Old Bastard is a good barometer for whether you have a terminal case of WWE brain or not. Who is this guy? WWE brain. What are you talking about? He responded to a friend of his on Twitter. This is ridiculous. Undertaker owning that fraud Wheeler Yuta. This is not him trying to own Wheeler Yuta. That's what? He's old insufferable men. This is some teenage girl holding a WWF championship belt, you know. Smiling happily with this old replica WWE championship. The old winged eagle joint too. So, you know, he's an insufferable old man. Either you're an insufferable teenage girl, or heavens to Betsy, you're older than 19. In which case you should be out doing things your daddy told you not to, and not, you know, responding to guys on Twitter. Oh boy. Here's another one. Shouldn't you be buying another Blue Lives Matter shirt, Gramps? Well, he's probably got multiple. I would imagine he has enough money to buy more than one. He probably has 3 or 4 different, maybe different sizes, different colors. Maybe it's the Texas one. Then he probably got the American flag one. You might have an exclusive WWE with the blue streak on it. Who knows? This is hilarious. He says, much like Vince McMahon getting his head shaved bald at WrestleMania 23, one of the greatest mysteries of our time has just been solved. The Undertaker really does control his own Twitter. I'm not sure about that, but by any measure, he's not really responded to Wheeler Yuta, by the way. Sheesh. He says, buying a 2L of Coke. Oh, wow. That was hard. Here's another one. AEW is in its most hated era right now. This has nothing to do with AEW. Has nothing to do with Wheeler Yuta. Which hip, you old man? Never mind, it was probably both. Both hips went out. Hey there, how's Hitler? Some Japanese wrestling fan. Kana season. Yeah, rainbow flags, Puerto Rican flags. You would think if you're, whatever. Let's move on. The replies to these attitude area cripples. Take my eyes, please. Oh. Here's one that is top marks for this one. Wheeler is a better human than you will ever be, you fascist piece of shit. He's a better human than you will ever be. Because I know all about Wheeler Yuta. I've looked in the book of life. And I know that Wheeler Yuta is a good human being. Whatever that means. But when AEW wrestlers make fun of WWE fans would throw a tantrum. He's not making fun of Wheeler Yuta. He's not. He didn't say anything about Wheeler Yuta. Oh my God. Here's another one. And now Undertaker also makes jokes against AEW. Not a great period for TK. Yeah, it's not a good time. Undertaker tweeting is already hilarious. Undertaker trolling like a 15-year-old is even more comical. Yeah, I agree with that statement. That was great. We all saw your last dozen matches, bud. Don't talk shit. This person who is, quotes, non-binary with they, them pronouns. There is nothing. There's no greater rib than the one that this guy's pulling on himself. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my goodness. Here's another one. Looks like this washed up right-wing sympathizer is done making a fool of himself in the ring and is now making a fool of himself on Twitter. It doesn't seem like he's making a fool of himself to me. It looks like he's actually having a blast. He's having fun. This is ridiculous, bro. What did Wheeler Yuta do to deserve this? He didn't do anything. The anti-AEW, look, it wasn't even Wheeler Yuta's fault. He was probably told by some agent or something to reenact WrestleMania 13, and he did it. And people compared it to Stone Cold Steve Austin because, well, that's the way AEW shot it. That was the context that they wanted to put the kid in. And, this was a year ago, by the way. So Nash and Undertaker are a year behind on this, which tells you that they don't care that much about this crap because they're a year behind. Okay, here's one. No way, man. This will break that young man's heart. I doubt it. I doubt it. Wheeler Yuta will be just fine. His heart will be okay. Here's another one. 3 to 6 months out from back when men were men and there were only 2 genders. Tweet from Undertaker, and it's gonna be glorious. He can make that tweet right now. And here's the the weird thing. This guy calls himself Butterfly Backbreaker Enjoyer. And he tweets about gay sex. That's weird. That's very weird. Twitter is just full of nut jobs. Just full of nuts. Man, what a den of iniquity it is. It needs to be sprayed with like healing salt or something like that. If you could possibly baptize Twitter, it needs to be done. It needs to give itself over to Christ. Here's another one. Taker is a shield, and his legacy been overrated for some time now. And you know he meant it because he put multiple exclamation points. So you know he meant it. If you're going to be a legend, be like Sting. You know, say nothing, show up, collect a check, and go away. Just like Sting. Add little to the show. Show up, pat the young boy on the head every once in a while. Maybe let him hug you. And then you disappear. You know, be like Sting. I agree. Make it easy. Here's another one. You're pushing 70. Time to get one of them jitterbug phones and sign up for Friday night bingo. Where can I get in on this bingo? See, young people don't understand how fun bingo is. All right, bingo is fun as shit. I played bingo in a mental hospital. That shit is fun. It's fun as hell. Music bingo is just as fun. That's crazy. I have some of the most psychotic sons of bitches in the world will actually calm down for 15 to 20 minutes to play some music bingo. Music bingo is a bad motherfucker. If you got like a house full of kids or something like that, music bingo could actually help. Like a children's birthday party or something like that. Go with the music bingo. You know, trust me. All right, here's another one. If you don't hear this in his big bad promo voice, your inner monologue has malfunctioned and you need to soft reboot. Here's a picture. A picture of Undertaker with the troll guy head. I'm probably going to need to post this one in the community tab or something like that. Oh, man. Whew. Here's another one. Isn't it bingo night at the retirement castle? What are you doing on Twitter? The retirement castle. What's up with bingo? Why do young people think that bingo isn't a fun game? What is wrong with these folks? Play board games. All right. Play board games, not, video games when you stare at a screen all day. Get some friends and play Monopoly. No, not Monopoly. Probably not Monopoly. Learn how to play checkers. Learn how to play chess. Learn how to play board games. Board games are fun. All right. That's all. I had video games when I was a kid, but I played board games too, Yeah, boy. Here's another one. Do a tope con hilo at your age right now. Blue Lives Mark. What? You want an almost 60-year-old man to run across the ring and jump over the top rope? For what exactly? To prove what? To whom? To whom are you that he needs to prove himself to? Here's another one. They getting bullied by two 74-year-olds on Twitter. Oh my God. Ugh. He's just laughing at a weird comment. Come on, guys. Twitter reacting to this like it's the sickest, most devastating burn in the history of the universe. Bruh, get some bitches. I agree with you. I agree with that. I agree with that. Oh, God, I agree with that. What is this? Oh, man. This is ridiculous. What is this? Is this Portuguese? Spanish, okay. It says, people often forget that one of the few who put this wuss in his place was CM Punk. And the Taker in retaliation tried to bury him by complaining to Vince, taking away the World Heavyweight Championship. And that shitty fight he gave on purpose in the Hell in a Cell. Still, Punk got away with it. He did not, by the way. And it was more about respect than him being a wuss. If I remember, this was when Punk ended up losing the title because he was being a dickhead about the dress code at the time. At the time, WWE had a dress code, And I think it was like you had to wear one of those logo polo shirts, and it had to be tucked in. You had to have like black slacks or khaki slacks or something like that. And Punk was out of compliance. So the guys in the locker room was like, yo, you need to get it together. And Punk was kind of like, well, Mick Foley doesn't have to do it. John Cena doesn't have to do it. It's like, those are their gimmicks. You see Foley and he's in his flannel shirt and he's wearing sweatpants. You see John Cena, he's wearing jorts. Besides, that's Mick Foley, the guy everybody knows. And that's John Cena, who, is one of the face of the company. They don't have to conform. It's okay. But Punk thought he didn't have to participate in the dress code, and the rest of the boys thought that he did, and he ended up getting the title taken away from him because of that. But this was before the big what was that thing? The promo that pushed CM Punk to the next level. Now I guess wearing a a hoodie everywhere is just kind of CM Punk's thing. Here's another. Let's move on from that. It said, here's another one. Tony Khan would have a meltdown over this tweet, like the 40-year-old virgin he is, which is also 95% of the AEW fans. I don't think it's fair to call Tony Khan a virgin. I just think I think it's fair to call him inexperienced in certain areas. Oh man. Let's see. All right, so let's move over to the Kevin Nash portion of this, because I know it's probably gonna be just as funny over there. Oh my goodness. Let's go walk down this lane. All right. No way AEW fans are mocking his dead son. The sooner this company gets out of the business, the better. Wait a minute. Now, to their credit, I have not seen anybody mock Kevin Nash's dead son. I have not seen that. So I'm just going to read the comment, because who knows what might appear later. But I haven't seen it yet. Here's one. Embarrassing by Nash and Undertaker this. Wrestling is an industry. They've wrestled outside of WWE before. WWE monopolized the industry. To shit on the biggest promotion since WCW is fucking shit. They suck Vince's dick if he asks them. Loyal to the man, not the industry. What? What are you? What? What? They're loyal to the man, not the industry. Boy. Yeah, Kevin Nash was so loyal, he left. Left for 5 years. Well, it was longer than that. It was like 7 years. Jeez Louise. Oh, somebody's posting Jericho. Funny how Kevin Nash says wrestling died when Benoit and Guerrero were champs, yet the worst year for the WWE biz was 95 when he was on top. Yes, that's true. That's 3 years after the Ring Boy scandal and the steroid trial. And then, WCW actually was ascendant at the time. Yeah, creative wasn't very good at the time either, but I don't think there was too much anybody could have done in 95. 95 was just a shit year. It was just a shitty year. It says, who would BCC as a whole takes the term fake tough guys to a whole different level? Wheeler Yuta's in that group, so that should tell you right there that it's not working. Oh wow. So here it is, me talking about Kevin Nash's son. And it's a picture of Randy Orton telling Rey Mysterio that Eddie Guerrero is in hell. All right, this is tasteless. All right, that's tasteless. I'm sorry. Ooh. Somebody says, ooh. So Nash's response was, don't worry, he ain't watching. So somebody says, well, so is your son, to be fair. And somebody says, your son is dead, LOL. What? And then here's another one that says that Kevin Nash is probably too busy beating another woman. Oh, Steve Austin's probably too busy beating another woman. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, this got dark. It's dark in this area, man. They need to turn the lights on. Sheesh. Why y'all burying a young up and coming talent like Yuta like that, man? This is an L, man. It says, you're right, Nash. Undertaker Steve Austin is too busy shooting steroids in his ass and too busy beating his wife, an alcoholic woman beater. You should know better. Ask your dead son. Wow. It is morbid in this area. For starters, why are we even talking about Steve Austin beating his wife? Why is that even a topic of discussion here? Why are we talking about this? These people will go, wow. Woo, that's some powerful juju right there, man. That's some powerful juju right there, brother. That's rage right there. That ain't nothing but rage. That's rage. Whew. And it ain't good. That can't be healthy. That cannot be healthy. No, not Kevin Nash keying with a racist, homophobic piece of shit. Damn, R.I.P. Wait a minute. I love how they just throw racist and homophobic together. Like, it doesn't, they just throw, it comes like peanut butter and jelly. You're never called a racist without being called a homophobe. You're never called a homophobe without being called a racist. It just goes together, I guess. It's crazy. Okay. I'm sure this is more entertaining than any of yours matches. Oh, Wheeler Yuta's more entertaining than Kevin Nash's matches. Wheeler Yuta, who has the personality of Elmer's glue, is all of a sudden more entertaining. That dude has the personality of a paperclip. What's going on here? All right. How are those knees, Kevin? You killed WCW. What? He drew tons of money for WCW. He did exactly the opposite. Literally the opposite. Oh, man. Here's another one. I would rather watch this than any Kevin Ass match. Not Kevin Ass. I'm sorry you're not entertained by big guys doing what they do, man. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you needed talentless, slightly Asian guys in your wrestling in order for it to be interesting. I'm sure he's very apologetic about it. I'm sure he's very, very apologetic about it. A lot of people are posting that Steve Austin did an interview with Tony Khan and says that he kind of likes AEW, which is fine. I'm sure, but I think that was more for his show than how he really is. 'Cause Steve Austin has also said literally he doesn't really watch wrestling, either modern wrestling, period. This is hilarious. All right. Did you tear your quad tweeting this? Wow, that's... I was just about to respond that that's an old joke, but, you know, somebody else already did it on Twitter. So I'm not going to make old jokes about this old joke. Somebody says, I'm sure you needed this, Nash. Having a dead son can't be easy. Ooh. Here's another one. Neither is your son. Well, same could be said about your son. Darkness has fallen again. Oh my God. It's getting morbid around here, bro. This is not good. How's your son doing, Nash? They got you on antidepressants? Stick to the depressing podcast cameos. Wow. I'm not sure going down this road was the right decision. This is ugly. All right. This is more than SMARK tears. This is tough. This is not good. All right, let's try to make this more fun. Let's kind of raise this up. Hey, fuck y'all. Yuta the GOAT. I'm sure he is. I'm sure Yuta is the greatest of all time. He's very good, I'm sure. Yeah. Hooray. Somebody responded, Kevin Nash hates AEW because he can't wrestle, and AEW is all about actual wrestling. Undertaker is just a WWE homer for life. He thinks the company matters more than the industry does. Wow. Oh, boy. You can't wrestle, Kevin Nash. Didn't Kevin Nash do an arm drag as a troll once? I think he did. Oh God. Okay. Guy was champion when the company was at its lowest. In a world of Kevin Nash's and Jim Cornette's who do nothing but bury people, I'm glad we have guys like Rock, Austin, Sean, Sting, Jake, hell, even Hogan, and others who go out of their way to put over some modern guys. Jake, I hope you don't mean Jake Roberts, because Jake Roberts is not what you think he is. He is not what you think he is. Jake is a snake. He's not what you think he is. Trust me. This one is very unorthodox, and it makes me uncomfortable. Kevin Nash has Rice Krispie dick. He's not legend. Motherfucker probably tore his quads just typing. Rice Krispie dick? What? What does that even, for starters, what does that mean? Secondly, why are we in discussion about this man's dick? What is going on here, and why? Why is it going on? A sensible tweet? I know y'all don't want sensible tweets, but we gotta bring one in every now and again. People insulting Kevin Nash's dead son on burners over Wheeler Yuta is wild, fatherless behavior. Yes, I absolutely agree. You don't need to go that low. I mean, Kevin Nash gives you a lot of material, to go to the quads and to go to his dead son is kind of lazy. That dead son thing is probably not even cool. All right. Undertaker is irrelevant. Kevin Nash is irrelevant. Bully Ray is irrelevant. Eric Bischoff is irrelevant. Jim Cornette is irrelevant. Disco Inferno is irrelevant. Basically, anybody who doesn't agree with me, the he, him, liberal, Christian, future pastor, pansexual. Well, the way that the church goes now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be pansexual preachers in a minute. This is likely to happen sooner than you think. Sooner than you think. So here's another one. Allowing Kevin Nash to cook is crucial because he hates all wrestling. Well, I don't think he hates wrestling. He's just at a position where he's not a mark. So he's seen it all. He's done quite a bit of it. It's not easy to impress the guys who are, weren't huge fans at the beginning, so I don't think he hates wrestling. He just, he knows what the business should be, and it's not that right now, like most sensible people. Somebody says, Undertaker just found out wrestling exists outside of WWE thanks to Kevin Nash. The responses from people in the thread are very childish and unfunny. Well, most of them are unfunny. I would say that. Most of them are indeed unfunny. But some of them are funny. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to need Wheeler to put up a match like his legacy is on the line after this unprovoked slander from Kevin Nash and The Undertaker. I swear to you, sir, his legacy will not be made through a wrestling match. Nobody's is. I promise you, he's going to have to do something else. That does not matter. That will never matter to anybody. I promise you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kevin Nash and Undertaker interacting with toxic anti-AEW drones shouldn't be that surprising. They're both marks for WWE. This guy later says that Wheeler Yuta is greater than Kevin Nash. There's levels of delusion. Just goes on for days and days. Man. Oh, you need a jackhammer to get through all that delusion. Woof. Here's a somewhat sensible one. Dude, say what you want, but Nash and Taker just put Wheeler Yuta on the map. Yuta got a rub. Ratings. Well, fair enough. Now, a lot of people are laughing at him, but at least they know who he is. They know he's the guy that, Kevin Nash made a joke of on Twitter. Hey, it's okay. I guess it'll work. I'm pretty sure more people saw this tweet than saw that match. And then more people are going to remember this tweet than remember that match. Wow. Just wow. It's this is pretty good. All right. So I think we all had fun here. I enjoyed myself. I tell you, at least the Undertaker portion, I enjoyed that a lot more than the Kevin Nash portion. The Kevin Nash portion was kind of scary. You know, it made me think that there's probably some people hanging around his podcast studio or something with sharp objects. You know, there's something wrong, deeply wrong with those people. But it's silly, you know, that these guys would be randomly tweeting about a Wheeler Yuta on a Friday night. So that was fun. And it was fun for us to read their freakouts. So what do you guys think? Do all the YouTube things. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, son.